Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 isn't just some other year at the calendar. It is a divine appointment, a call to step into the greatness that has been waiting for you all alongside. And the message is clear. That is the year to focus handiest on yourself. Permit me inform you something, pals. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot supply the arena the quality of you in case you're slightly retaining yourself collectively. It is why the most maximum powerful investments you can make in 2025 isn't always in shares, now not in traits, and now not in chasing what they tell you. Subjects. The maximum powerful investment you could make is in you. This year is time to damn out the noise, all of the voices telling you what you need to be, what you should do, and the way you need to stay. Silence them. Why? Due to the fact God did not position them on your journey. He put you there. Contrast will rob you of joy, and distractions will postpone your future. Stay to your lane, focus in your race, and watch how a ways you can go, and sure, you'll need boundaries or human beings, conditions, or even behavior, which have been draining you for too long. 2025 is the year to mention no greater. If it would not serve your functions, it would not deserve some time. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're essential for survival, for increase, and for peace. However, earlier than you pass forward, I project you to pause and reconnect together with your vision. What's it that knits your soul on hearth? What dream did you bury? 'Cause life got inside the way it is. Time to dig it lower. Back up, dirt it off, and consider, and once more, your imaginative and prescient is the compass on the way to manual you, to your future. However, only in case you accept as true, with it enough to observe, and allows communicate, approximately, accountability. Oh, I recognize that is a hard one. It's so easy, guilty others to point to circumstances to say, if best, but in 2025, you hold the pen, your tail is in your hands. Take obligation on your selections, your behavior, your mindset, personal, your power, and watch how quick your lifestyles begins to exchange. Now, listen me on this. The street might not constantly be easy. You will face challenges you will sense, like giving up. But this year you're constructing resilience, you're planting seeds of faith, and I promise you, if you live the route, you will attain a harvest, a good way to blow your mind. Consider the process, even when it is hard. Agree with yourself, even while you experience vulnerable, and agree with that. The whole lot you are doing is preparing you for a step forward. It really is bigger than you could imagine. 2025 is your year. Attention best on yourself. Grow, heal, construct, build. Due to the fact, whilst you do, you don't simply remodel your lifestyles, you remodel the arena around you. So step into this 12 months with self-belief and recall your worth of the work. You are worthy of the point of interest, and you are worth of the greatness that awaits. The power of self-funding is a force that may exchange your lifestyles and approaches you by no means imagine. It is now not approximately being selfish. It's approximately recognizing that the maximum important assignment you will ever work on is yourself. Too frequently, we pour our power into the entirety, and anyone around us, jobs, relationships, duties, even as neglecting the only factor that fuels all of it, our internal being. However, in 2025, it is time to opposite that. It is time to make yourself the concern, to see yourself as worthy of the time, effort, and care you so freely give to others. When you invest in yourself, you are now not simply spending your sowing. Every moment you dedicate to studying, every ounce of effort you placed into your growth, and every step you take towards your nicely being is a seed planted in the soil of your future. It is a assertion that you accept as true, with to your capability, that you're really worth the work it takes to upward thrust. And permit me tell you, the harvest that comes from self-investment is not like anything else. It's a harvest of self-assurance, clarity, and functionality. A harvest that permits you to show up in the global as your excellent self. Now, self-funding does not just imply acquiring competencies or checking containers on a to-do list. It way digging deep to recognize who you are and what you need. It's approximately taking care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. It is about resting. While you're weary, tough yourself when you've grown complacent and loving yourself through it all. It is about knowing that you deserve the equal kindness, the equal staying power, the identical patience, so inclined to increase to others. But let's be sincere. It takes courage to spend money on yourself. It takes braveness to place down the reasons, to forestall, expecting the right time, and to step into the paintings that transformation requires. It takes braveness to prioritize your needs, even if the world demands otherwise. But here's the reality. You can't supply your first rate to others. If you're no longer at your great, the more you pour into yourself, the extra, you have to pour into your dreams, your own family, your community. Self-funding isn't always an egocentric act. It's miles, the inspiration of the existence properly lived and right. Here's the splendor of it. When you choose to put money into yourself, you encourage others to do the equal. You end up a beacon of what's possible. You display them, what it looks like to take charge of your lifestyles, to bend for your capability to rise towards the chances. Your growth creates a ripple impact that touches all of us around you. But it starts with you making that choice to consciousness, to commit to believe that you are worth of the time, the electricity, and the attempt. So in 2025, permit this. Be the year you are saying, sure to yourself. Yes, on your boom. Sure for your restoration. Sure on your due to the fact the energy of self-investment is infinite, and the rewards are ready for you to claim them, blocking off. Outnoise is an important step to specializing in yourself and accomplishing your goals in a world that constantly bombards you with reviews, expectancies, and distractions. It is able to be tractions. It is able to be difficult to hear the voice, that topic's maximum your own. But in case you're going to make 2025 the year of transformation, you must learn to silence the outside clamor and tuning of your own life. Noise comes in many paperwork. It's the chatter of people who doubt your abilities, the limitless comparisons drawn from scrolling via social media, the unsolicited advice from people who think they will recognize what is exceptional for you, is the strain to comply, to perform, to fulfill standards that do not align together with your reality. It all creates a storm that clouds your vision and pulls you away from your purpose, to block out this noise you want, readability field, and clear it entire to protect your attention. Blocking out noise would not mean ignoring folks that care approximately you, or slicing off the world, absolutely. Method, discerning what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Now, not each opinion matters now. Not each complaint is positive. Now, not every trad is really worth following. You should broaden the strength to clear out what distracts out of your adventure and increase what aligns together with your values and desires. This manner begins with identifying the assets of noise in your existence. Are you surrounded through people who uplift you? Or are there voices that continuously sow doubt and negativity? Are you spending a while on sports that nurture your boom? Otherwise, you caught in conduct that drain your electricity and interest. After you pinpoint the distractions, you could start the paintings of decreasing there. Have an effect on it would suggest spending much less time on social media, putting limitations with people who pull you down, or maybe taking a smash from environments that don't serve you. However, blockading out noise is not pretty much removing. Distract, it is approximately cultivating cognizance. It is approximately training your mind to live present in your coronary heart, to stay aligned with your motive. It is approximately building the self-assurance to consider your intuition, even if the sector tells you in any other case. When you block out the noise, you supply yourself permission to dream boldly and act courageously. Loose from the load of unnecessary reviews, this isn't always easy. There may be moments while the noise grows louder, when doubt creeps in, and whilst the urge to compare or conform feels overwhelming. In the one's moments, you should remind yourself why you started out, why your journey topics, and why your voice merits to be the loudest one to your existence. Defensive. Your recognition is an act of self-love, an announcement that you're imaginative and prescient is just too essential to be drowned out by distractions. While you block out the noise, you create area for clarity and peace. You open the door to a deeper reference to yourself, and you release the energy to move ahead with purpose and resolution in 2020. Make the selection to silence the world's distraction so you can expand your very own greatness. The path on your first-class self starts with the braveness to consciousness for your voice, and block out the whole thing. Else setting barriers is one of the most effective methods to reclaim your time, power, and peace. It is no longer approximately shutting humans out or being unkind. It is approximately developing clean lives that protect what topics maximum to you. Barriers are an act of self-appreciate, an announcement that your goals, your health, and your well-being are priorities in 2025, in case you truly want to recognition on yourself. Setting barriers isn't non-compulsory. It is important. Obstacles begin with know-how, your limits. You cannot deliver ad infinitum without refusing. You cannot say sure to the entirety and anybody without sooner or later announcing no to yourself. It really is in which limitations come. In they make certain you have the space to develop, heal, and thrive without being pulled in each path by using the needs of others. It's about recognizing that at the same time as you could need to help support and accommodate. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Reading barriers calls for braveness, as it often weigh having tough conversations and standing firm inside the face of keep off. There will be folks that do not recognize your boundaries, who would possibly sense rejected or indignant. However, their soreness is not your duty. Your job is to communicate your desires clearly and kindly, and to keep constant in your commitment to honor them. Obstacles aren't approximately shutting people out. They're about letting the proper matters in and maintaining the harmful matters out. Obstacles additionally amplify on your time and electricity. How often do you discover yourself overcommitting, saying yes out of obligation, or stretching yourself thin to meet the expectations of others? In 2125, allow this be the year you reclaim your time, table guard your time, as though it had been gold, due to the fact it is, say yes simplest to what? Align along with your values and dreams, and do not be afraid to say no to the rest. A boundary isn't selfish and strategic. It ensures that your energy is spent on what really subjects. However, limitations are not just about managing outside relationships. They're additionally about the connection you have with yourself. Set obstacles around your inner speak. Forestall allowing doubt, guilt, or worry to absorb resonance on your mind. Communicate to yourself with kindness and preserve yourself responsible to your personal increase and aspirations, in case you would not permit someone else talk to you with negativity. Why allow it from yourself? There may be times, while people or situations test your limitations, they may push to peer, if you absolutely mean it to peer. If you may bend or spoil, below strain, this is whilst you ought to stand company, reminding yourself why you place the one's obstacles in the first location on every occasion. You implement a boundary, you toughen your commitment to yourself, you construct a lifestyle that aligns with your imaginative and prescient and values. In place of one dictated with the aid of external demands, obstacles are the muse of a targeted intentional lifestyles. They shield your peace, nurture your increase, and create area for the matters that truly rely in 2025. Go to set boundaries, embrace them as a crucial part of your journey. Let them be the shield rails that maintain you on the route on your great self. With barriers, you take control of your life, honoring your worth and protecting your reason. Reconnecting along with your imaginative and prescient is about returning to the middle of who you're and what you are known as to do. Over the years, the needs of life, the pressures of duty, and the noise of the arena can blur your sense of cause. Dreams that, after burned brightly, may fade into the heritage buried below the burden of ordinary survival. However, in 2025, it's time to rediscover that imaginative and prescient, to respire existence into it once more, and to dedicate yourself completely to the direction you have been supposed to walk. Your imaginative and prescient is not only a fleeting dream, is the roadmaps on your reason. It is the hearth that ignites your ardor, and the compass that factors you closer to achievement. But like whatever treasured, it requires interest and care. If you've overlooked it, don't melancholy. Visions are not ace. They are just waiting so that it will flip your cognizance lower back to them. To reconnect along with your imaginative and prescient, you should first quiet the outside distractions and appearance inward. What's it that makes your heart race? What purpose, dream, or cause sets your soul on fireplace? The solution lies inside you, ready to be uncovered. Reconnecting along with your imaginative and prescient often manner. Revisiting your why. Why did you start this journey? What inspired you to dream in the first vicinity? Occasionally, the hustle of chasing dreams can cause you to forget about why they be counted. Take time to mirror on what brought you pleasure, that means, and excitement. Whilst you first imagined your imaginative and prescient remembering, your why can rhyme just like the passion which could have dimmed over the years. This manner also calls for honesty. You have to ask yourself tough questions about what has pulled you away from your vision. Have you been chasing the approval of others in place of your own success? Have you ever allowed fear, doubt, or failure to derail you? Reconnecting with your imaginative and prescient means dealing with these truths, acknowledging in which you stray, and selecting to realign with what truly matters to you. Every now and then, reconnecting together with your vision also involves adapting it. Life evolves, and so will we. A vision that served you years ago may also no longer fit who you emerge as. It is not failure. This boom, allow yourself the freedom to refine your vision, to make it larger, bolder, or greater, aligned with the man or woman you are nowadays. Your vision is not static. It's a living reflection of your private desires and ability. As soon as you have reconnected together with your imaginative and prescient, defend it fiercely. Write it down, speak it aloud, and remind yourself of it daily. Surround yourself with people in environments that nurture your vision, not those who drain or decrease it. Allow your imaginative and prescient manual. Your selections is your behavior, and your priorities, the clearer and extra related. You're for your vision, the greater powerfully. It will pull you in the direction of your dreams. Reconnecting with your imaginative and prescient isn't always pretty much accomplishing achievement. It's approximately residing a lifestyle that feels real to you. It is about aligning your actions with your reason and waking up each day with a feel of which means and course. In 2025, Don't permit your imaginative and prescient stay, a distant memory, or an unfulfilled dream, breath it to the vanguard. Nurture it and let it lead you into the lifestyles you are usually supposed to live. Embracing responsibility is a transformative act of taking full possession of your life, your choices, and your results. It is the realization that no one else is liable for your success, your happiness, or your growth most effective. You preserve that strength in 2025. If you genuinely want to attention on yourself, accountability must end up your basis. It is the bridge among purpose and reality, among dreaming and doing. Accountability starts off, evolved with honesty. It calls for searching in the reflect and acknowledging wherein you've fallen. Brief, wherein you've let fear or excuses preserve you. Lower back, it is now not about self-blame or guilt, is ready. Fact, you cannot trade what you refuse to confront whilst you embrace accountability. You forestall pointing palms at situations or different people and begin asking, what can I do in a different way? How am I able to take control of this case? Taking responsibility, additionally, means letting go of the victim mentality. Sure, lifestyles may be unfair. Demanding situations will come, and setbacks will appear. But duty shifts your mindset from why me to what now. It is the choice to upward push above your circumstances and use them as stepping stones in place of obstacles. It's approximately reclaiming your electricity and understanding that while you may not control the whole thing that takes place to you, you do manage how you respond and what you do next. This technique isn't cozy. It means owning as much as mistakes, admitting what you're incorrect, and committing to do better. However, accountability isn't about perfection. It is about development. It's approximately learning out of your failures and using them as gasoline to propel you ahead while you embrace accountability. Errors become possibilities, and setbacks become setups for a comeback. Responsibility also calls for discipline. It's easy to set dreams and make plans, but following via needs steady effort, and duty is the quiet voice that continues. You going when motivation fades. It's the dedication to reveal up for yourself each day, even when it is tough, even if no person is looking. It's expertise that fulfillment isn't always built. Sometimes burst of attempt. However, at the consistent, intentional movements, you are taking additional time. However, responsibility doesn't imply you need to move it on my own. It is okay to are seeking for aid, to share your desires with a person you consider, and to invite others to keep you accountable, surrounding yourself with folks who encourage your growth, and undertaking you to live on track may be an effective motivator, but the last duty nonetheless lies with you. Accountability isn't approximately awaiting for someone else to push you. It's approximately becoming your personal, using force when you include duty. You stop expecting existence to happen and begin making existence take place. You become the rider of your tale, the architect of your goals. You benefit clarity, direction, and the confidence that comes from understanding your strength of will of your future in 2025. Let accountability, your guiding principle, own your moves, own your growth, own your greatness, because the moment you are taking full duty on your existence is the instant you free up your proper capacity. Building resilience, and faith is ready. Developing the internal strength to endure demanding situations, and the unwavering perception that no matter what comes your manner, you have the energy to triumph over it. Lifestyles will take a look at you. It is inevitable in 2025 as you. Consciousness on yourself, resilience, and religion can be your anchor as preserving you. Constant while the winds of adversity blow. Resilience is not about keeping off difficulty or pretending the whole thing is first class when it is no longer. It's about going through challenges head-on, adapting to trade, and growing stronger from each setback. Resilience starts in the mind. It's the capability to shift your attitude to see obstacles now, not as roadblocks, but as possibilities for increase, is looking yourself. Now, not, why is this occurring to me? However, what am I able to? I analyze from this. How can I use this to end up better? Constructing resilience. Calls for persistence. It is about displaying up each day. Even when you experience, like giving up, it's approximately persevering with to transport ahead, even supposing the progress is sluggish. Resilience is cast in the moments, whilst you choose to keep going, no matter the difficulties. Notwithstanding the pain, it's the energy you construct via perseverance, through getting to know, to navigate the storms, rather than being swept away by them. However, resilience is simplest, a part of the equation. Religion is the fuel that continues. Resilience, alive. Religion is the notion that there is a reason behind your warfare, that your journey has, that means even when the course beforehand is uncertain. Faith is what permits you to trust the system, to agree with that brighter days are in advance, and to hold on to wish, whilst situations tempt you to permit it move. Faith isn't just a religious idea, it's a mindset. It is the confidence that you have what it takes to be successful, the belief that the work you're putting in pays off, even supposing the consequences aren't visible. But faith maintains you grounded within the present, at the same time as anchoring you to imaginative and prescient of imaginative and prescient of the future. It reminds you that irrespective of how difficult matters get, you aren't defined through your struggles. You're defined with the aid of the way you upward push from them. Resilience and faith are deeply linked. Resilience gives you the strength to face up to the demanding situations, and religion gives you the courage to preserve going together. They create an effective basis for boom when you agree within yourself, and inside the method you turn out to be unstoppable. You learn how to see setbacks as setups for comebacks, and problems as possibilities to illustrate your energy. However, building resilience and faith would not show up overnight. It takes intentional exercise. Begin via focusing at the small wins, celebrate every breakthrough. Regardless of how small, reflect on past challenges, and remind yourself of the instances you have overcome. What once regarded impossible, surround yourself with human beings and resources that uplift you, that remind you of your power and your motive. Give a boost to your faith via declaring your perception to your vision, in your capabilities, and in the journey itself in 2025. As you navigate the highs and lows of your route, let resilience and religion be your courses. Allow them to remind you which you are successful, which you are sturdy, and that each task you face is shaping you into the person you are supposed to turn out to be. Lifestyles won't continually be smooth, but with resilience and religion, you may climate any hurricane and emerge positive. In 2025, the decision is apparent. Recognition on yourself. Spend money on your growth and reclaim your energy. That is some time to prioritize your properly being. Reconnect with your imaginative and prescient and set bound that protect your peace. It is your moment to dam out the noise, include duty, and build the resilience and religion needed to navigate lifestyles as demanding situations. Every step you are taking in the direction of those goals is a statement which you are worthy effort, the time, and the transformation permit this year. Be the one wherein you silence, doubt, reject distractions, and commit completely in your motive. Recall focusing on yourself isn't always selfish, is the foundation is basis for residing, a lifestyles of which means and impact, whilst you pour into yourself. You don't just trade your own life, you elevate everyone, and the entirety around you. So stand company, agree with the system, and trust on your adventure. The route in advance is yours to shape, and your capability is infinite. This is your year to upward push, to thrive, and to polish consciousness on yourself, and watch how the sector opens up to satisfy you at the peak of your determination.